creating a sales invoice in Xero. So we go to add sales invoice, or you can also go to accounts sales, new, and we select the client. So we've got to fill in the customer details first. So we'll invoice City Limousines, the date of the invoice and the due date. Well, that will automatically turn up based on what the payment terms are. The invoice number, which should automatically be generated depending on your preferences, and the reference. So it could be a purchase order, 1, 2, 3, whatever from the client, and your invoice that you're going to use for your branding. So that should be set up as a default as well. So once you've done that, the next step is to set up the item details. So in this case, we've got a multi-currency version, but Australian dollars, and we're going to have it tax exclusive. You probably use tax inclusive for business to consumer and tax exclusive for business to business, because they're going to get the GST back anyway. So let's just check. So we select the item. You can select none or add the details in. So we've selected here. We're going to invoice. We're going to invoice 10 golf balls at $5.60. There's no discount, and it should automatically turn up with an account number, which will be set up in the item, and we'll end up with the GST and income. You could say you can have a variety of different things here. The most common are going to be GST on income or GST free exports if you're invoicing overseas out of Australia, and the tracking code, which will be region. So in this case, there's set up 4 regions here, but you can have any different types of tracking codes you want. And so that's the process there of setting up. So you go through and continue that for each line item. You give it a quick check, and then you can either save it as a draft and then save and continue editing it, save and submit it for approval with so someone else can look at it and approve it. So you might have it say if your VA or your personal assistant is creating the invoices, then you're approving them, or if you can save it, add another, go through the process. So we're going to, in this case, approve the transaction. And so now we've got a couple of options here we can do. Now, if City Limousines have actually paid $60 that day and you want it to show as an invoice being paid, you can fill in these details and it'll show on the invoice as being paid, or you can just email it off to them. So click email, it'll invoice to that person. Sales invoice is basic, so it's an email template here. You can select different types. There's overdue payment, and if you've got eWay or PayPal or a credit card payment facility set up, this online invoice link will enable the people to either click the invoice or click this link in the email, and it will take them directly to your Xero account where they can pay it as by credit card directly, and it'll automatically link to that invoice as well. So we click send, and that's the process done.